All right, welcome back to the Only Points podcast with your host, Eddie Garcia. On the mic, we got Eddie Mercado, Alexis Martinez. Welcome back, you guys. Super excited to have you guys once again. As you guys know, we definitely want to start with some updates, and I'm going to choose Eddie Mercado to go first. Give us some fire updates, Eddie.
Oh, damn. All right, top this one. All right. So, for starters, I'd like to start by saying I went to my very first rave ever that I recall personally wanting to go to. So,
You said grave?
first rave.
Rave.
Rave. Oh, okay.
I went to my first rave ever, and of course it was EDC. It was definitely in my backyard. Um, it was super cool. Met up with a couple of the homies at their house, and in essence, it was organized, but a lot of mess and fuss was going on just because it's like, oh, do we have this? Oh, are you guys forgetting that? Like this isn't that. I don't even know how to dress. But the funniest thing was that you guys already know how I was gonna dress to go to EDC. It's just basketball shorts, a black tee, and just like some,
Slippers.
and no slides, no, absolutely no slides this time. I did what I thought was smart. I ended up wearing some Lacoste shoes I haven't wore since high school. Like the last time I wore these shoes were actually in high school because I was like, you know what? For those of you guys that don't know, EDC actually happens at the speed track, and I was like, well, there has to be dirt or gravel, and it's like I don't really like want to take like a good pair of like running shoes or something like that, like my gym shoes or anything like that. Big mistake, huge mistake. So I ended up wearing like my Lacoste shoes. They have like no protection, super thin insoles, and again, back to like the funniest thing. I was like, I don't even know how to dress to this occasion. One of the girls goes, "Just take your shirt off, and you're already dressed for the occasion." And it was the funniest thing ever because she was right. Everybody there was, like, virtually shirtless, And I was like, "Oh shit, cool."
Then the
The
grizzly
funniest.
bear came out, all peludo.
Oh, so I took care of that before. I don't know if you guys can
Oh,
see like on
shit.
my shit. I
By the
took care of
way,
that.
real quick, bro, as a business owner, did it piss you off how uncoordinated it was to get to EDC and make that happen?
I feel like I laid off the gas pedal mainly and more so because I needed to like really enjoy just being there. I needed to enjoy the thing. So I'm gonna answer more of your question more like towards the end of like this very first update and this
For sure.
experience because you guys are gonna laugh. And I know it's just so dumb and it's so funny because obviously all the tickets were sold out due to COVID last year. A bunch of the tickets were actually getting uh given out for free at the dispensaries so long as you spent more than $60 at them. And it was kind of funny when I found out. So now this year it was a massive deal because it's like, let's be honest, COVID no longer exists. Was COVID ever a thing? Anyways, no more bracelets are available, but we know like there's a mutual person that everybody knows that this person sneaks us in. I let one of the homies borrow the Suburban to take all of us in towards the EDC. And when I tell you all the lanes towards the speed track were closed off to go in one direction, and only one lane was to drive back home. So that was evenly coordinated. Cool, whatever. We were supposed to park in the yellow parking lot because that's like the staff parking lot. That's how we got in. And the person that was driving parked in the brown parking lot. When I tell you, I had 2 miles plus walked before we actually got into EDC. Like I'm already like I'm 20%, 25% tired already. I only got 100% of this like life, right? We hopped fences, multiple. We went under one fence. We went through parking lots. It was crazy. Like,
What the
yeah, I was just like, dude, we're not even in because we were looking for the person that was gonna get us in. I'm not gonna say like what happened, but still paid to get in. Now I learned next year. I don't care what you guys say. We're all going to EDC for
bro?
now.
So you went back to your Mexican roots of jumping over fences. Got
That's
it.
what I was saying. I was like, yeah. I was like, and you know what? The craziest thing is like these fences were like 8, 10 feet. Bro, I didn't struggle. I didn't struggle. Like I just, whoop, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I whoop. it was super easy to get in, and then super easy to hop the fences. It was easy to get in. Once we were in, I was like perfectly fine. And of course, I was with a couple of the homies. I was with Mo. I was with just a bunch of the homies, right? And it was so dope. It was like so peaceful. For me to say, I was calm, I was relaxed, I was happy, but like my feet were aching. You also got to understand that this rave, this event is about plur. It's about peace, love, unity,
Respect.
and not respect. No, there's you're basically dumb if, well, I don't want to say that, but let's just say 99.9% of people are on something. I was
Mhm.
that 0.01% that went sober. The entire time I was there with the entire time I was there, I only consumed one water bottle and 87% of a Powerade. 87%. How did I
Oh, you're trying to
calculate
kill
that?
yourself.
How did I calculate that?
7 Powerates.
No, 7/8 of a Powerade. Because somebody took 2 sips right before me, so I was like, "That's
Oh,
it was
okay.
that 13%."
Mhm.
So
I like how I like how you're breaking this down.
so from so from there, it's like, bro, when I tell you that it's such a beautiful thing, like I was like, wow, like I didn't know it's like a world. It definitely is a world. There's like the electric
Right.
side. I want to say I went for two reasons, for the people and for the fireworks. And that blew a lot of people's mind. They're like, bro, you didn't come here for the music? Like, honestly, I'm not here for the music. I'm not here for the reasons that you guys are here. Like, no, I'm here for my own reasons. It definitely opened up my eyes a lot because let's just say the guys dress a specific way and the women dress a specific way. Not that I'm like hardwired or hard-headed or anything of that nature, but I saw
Right.
some of the homies with their girlfriends and they were okay with them dressed like the way you're supposed to dress or the way they dress, correct? Like super
Right.
exposed. Let's just call it what it is. They were super exposed. And I was like, bro, like who am I? Like I'm over here like tainting my own life. It's costing me my peace. And that's probably what cost me a super important person that was in my life, still is in my life, but not as close to, not to leave.
Right.
But anyways, I got candied twice, so I owe it to those two people to go back. Now, I see the wrinkles in your face, Eddie. I know. Alexis, do you know what getting candied means?
Similar to getting laced, I guess.
No, it's kind of like when they go like no, it's when it's when at raves, being a raver, going to a rave, that's an actual community.
Yeah, I
It's
know. Yeah.
it's the whole peace, love,
Oh yeah.
and unity thing. And that's when they're wearing like you'll see like all the raver people, they're wearing like the bracelets. Some
Mm-hmm.
of them have hearts, squares, triangles, whatever. And then some of them have like words with messages. I got hot and spicy on one of them. The other one I don't remember, but I got candied twice. So that means is you do that like handshake thing. So can you guys like do it with me? So it's
Yep. Peace, love,
peace,
unity,
love,
and
you.
then you grab the bracelet and you send it over.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I got candied twice, and
There you
I was
go.
like, and then only one of the person, not to say the genders or anything like that. One of the people were like, uh, "You owe it to come back. You owe it to me to come back next year." And I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "So it's not even a challenge, and you guys don't have a choice, but we're all going next year." And I get it. Like it's not our scene. It's not our. It definitely isn't. I would say it's not, but it's a beautiful
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah, bro. I've gone to a rave before. I gone to a rave. It was for New Year's. I think it was called Blackout, or I can't remember what it was
Oh
called.
yeah,
Um, it was what in LA area, Riverside area. Can't
I
remember.
already know. That's where they.
Yeah, dude, I was sober, didn't drink, didn't do drugs. I think I finished recuperating from being sick, and I was just like, this is not my thing. This is
Bro,
I don't yeah.
so imagine 3 days in a row. Imagine 3 days, and there's people that don't even sleep. There's people that like literally stay up because there's like the camps, there's the this, there's the that. But I mean, I challenge you guys, I guess. So we kind of have to go at least one day next year. Super dope. And I was literally done by 3 a.m. We got
Right.
there like at 11:50 by 3 a.m. I was so down. And it's so crazy that it's such a like beautiful community. Again, peace, love, and unity that I literally told the homies, I was like, yo, like, I'm tired. And I'm not one to complain. I'm not one to say this. I'm not one to say that. I actually asked them, I was like, yo, where can I sit down? And they said, on the floor. So,
Floor, yeah.
yeah, on the floor. Like, so I actually ended up sitting down on the floor. And then I hear one of the homies say, circle up. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, formation,
Hmm.
like all got around me. And then there's like,
Power Rangers.
yeah, there's these like three like gorditas behind me, and then they started fanning me, and then they're like, "This guy's probably dehydrating." They're like, do you want a gum stick, a stick of gum?" And I was like, "Dude, clutch." They're still fanning me, and then after like, bro, I ain't gonna cap. After like 10, 15 minutes, I felt like, you know what, I'm good to go. I stand up. 5 minutes later, I'm like, good. I'm like, no. So I was like, wow. didn't end up didn't end up leaving till like 6:20. Of course, since the Suburban is mine, I'm the one that drove a bunch of people home. Some of the homies wanted to stay and go to camp. That's like where like the orgies go down. That's where like the extra crazy shit goes down. Like, I've never been to camp. I haven't been to camp, but I've seen videos and it looks lit. I got to run into a very famous professional boxer that I recognized. I was like, holy shit. The boxer's name is Caleb Plant. I went up to him and I was like,
Oh, that guy?
Caleb Plant.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, bro, I ran into Caleb Plant and I was like, Caleb Plant. He kind of just like looked up to me. And then I got off of like where I was sitting down on, correct? Because I was waiting for some of the homies to come through. You guys also got to understand, like, that's like a world that if I tell you I'm at Daisy Lane, that's like a meetup spot. At the time I was at, damn, I can't even remember, but it wasn't that one. Anyways, um, there's like these like stairs to go up and down to go over like a wall, correct? Because they're not going to change everything about the the racetrack. And he's waiting for me at the top, or at least I think he is. I was like, hey, Caleb Plant. I was like, I just want you to know that you're a fucking warrior. He goes, thanks, man. And then of course, like I look over because he's with this girl, he's with his wife, and I was like, I love watching you fight. We're at EDC. I was like, do you think I can sneak a picture? And he said, honestly, right now, I'm just trying to chill. You know what I told him? I was like, doesn't change a thing. You're still a fucking warrior. Thank you so much. And then he goes, thanks, man. And then he took off. I wasn't, just because I didn't get the picture that I wanted, wasn't going to change anything, just
Right.
because I respected him. I respected his space. He stood his ground. Obviously, if not, I'm going to get my ass beat.
Right, right.
When he fought Canelo was when he was his first loss, when he fought David Benavidez, which was actually like 3-4 weeks ago, was his second loss. So still a warrior. He has some of the best like knockouts. I thought that was cool. But anyways, as I'm driving people home, I didn't get home until fucking exactly 8:05 in the morning. But I told myself, I was like, you know what? You actually deserve it. That I ended up driving to Carl's Jr., 2 superstars with cheese. I drove home. I weighed myself, and I think I dropped down from where I was like 227 regularly down to 223, and I haven't seen that number in years. Who am I kidding? I haven't seen
Let's
that number in
go.
years.
Oh,
Yeah,
that dehydration put to work.
that's no. That was EDC was like last week. That was just this week.
Oh shit. Okay. There you
That's
go.
different. That's another update. So from there, I weighed myself. I saw 223, and I was like, "All right, Eddie, go ahead, handle your two hamburgers. Take your babies out to use the restroom. Come back up, feed them, knock out." That's exactly what I did. And then, of course, I gained an additional 2 pounds, but I went from 223 to 225. I was like, "Bruh, I'm still good, right?" That's my very first update. EDC, crazy, beautiful experience. Changed my mind on a lot of things. I still wouldn't bend over backwards for anybody, if you guys know what that means. Uh, my second update is I started making money with my Suburban and my Tahoe. I listed them on Turo. Bro, they're getting rented almost every weekend, and I'm making money. I'm making money off the miles. I'm making money off the stuff. And I'll speak on this deal that I believe I struck up, but hopefully it doesn't go to shit. What happens is the Suburban, at least the Suburban, the monthly payment, keep in mind I paid zero. I put zero down. One of my neighbors stopped me. He's like, "Hey, like these are your trucks," and I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "How would you like to like partner up? This and that, this and that." He goes, "How much do you rent them?" I was like, "I rent them out on Turo for X amount." And then he goes, "How much would you rent them out to me for 6 months, but allow me to drive them on Lyft? Because Lyft Black, it's like anywhere you go is like 40, 50, 60 bucks, depending on like the time and how saturated
Right.
the drives are." And I was like, "Oh, 130." And then he goes, "What?" He goes, "Oh, fuck it, I'll say it. I'm renting them out for like like $99, like $110, right?" And then he goes, "So you're gonna charge me more even though I'm gonna rent them out for 6 months?" And I'm thinking, well, no shit, because you're gonna be making money for them. There's wear and tear, and I'm gonna end up keeping them with all the miles. Of course, I'm gonna be driving those vehicles till like the wheels fall off, but I was like, "We'll do 80." He goes, "For the whole entire month." I did the math. I was like, the vehicle, even if it's the truck that's costing me $1,500, if he rents it out for 30 days on average, that's $2,400. I'm making like $600-700 profit passively off of it, and it's like completely paid off. So that's a deal. Anyways, if that goes through, cool. If it falls off, it doesn't matter. I'll still be renting out my trucks. That's my second update. The third update was my dehydration process. As you guys can see, I got a fresh fade. And the craziest thing is I actually like it. Like I actually like it. And
What?
yeah, I know. And I'm still going to the same I'm still going to the same barber. I'm still going to the same barber, and he's very cool. I genuinely like him. So here's what happened. So not only am I going to talk good, I'm also going to talk bad about like what happened, because with the dehydration process, as I challenged myself, I told myself I'm not going to touch my beard and I'm not going to get a haircut until I hit 215. And then I saw one of the homies going hammy at the gym on the treadmill. Like he had like this towel going. He's just, I hopped on a call with him, and he's just drying himself up because he's sweating like crazy. And I told myself, I was like, yo, like this weekend, I have a bunch of shit going on. Like I have one of the homegirls' birthdays. I have a call today with Diego. Yesterday I had another event to attend, but I didn't end up going out yesterday just because I was super tired. Oh, I ended up taking out some of the girls out to eat. That was pretty dope. But I told myself, I was like, no, like I need to like look fresh. So, anyways, I started the dehydration process. It took me a day and a half to lose 12 pounds. So I was going between 226, 227. But here's the shitty part. I told myself I'm not going to get a haircut until I see 215 on the scale. I went to the gym, came back home, had a sandwich, and had my vitamins. I went back. I weighed myself. I was so beat after after doing like cardio for like the longest time. I came home. I ate. I took a nap. Got back up at 6. Went back to the gym. I did that twice, and then from there, I was like, damn. I literally told myself, I need to schedule this haircut and just go. But I was like, how is this going to work? Because the very next day, Saturday, we had like the homegirls dinner, and the dinner was going to be at 5 p.m. and the only barber appointment that I had available at the time was 8 p.m. And I'm like, I'm not about to show up to this looking like, bro, I didn't even want to go out. I honestly didn't even want to go out, but that was the purpose. That was the purpose. I don't want to go out. I don't want to be seen looking all scruffy and shit, right? So I got the haircut, and I ended up coming home. While I was getting the haircut, I was super dehydrated, super, super dehydrated, as you can only imagine. So he actually offered me a drink, and I was actually considering actually drinking a Monster for like the first time in my life. I was like, I actually need a Monster, or I actually need a Rockstar, or an energy drink, to say the least. I ended up downing, like those icy, like these drinks right here that are like 5-10 calories.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up drinking 1.5. So I got my haircut, and then I come home. And I weigh myself. Disappointed. 217.6. But I told myself, Eddie, you're not going to go to sleep until you see 215. So what do? I put on extra layers again. Another sweater, another shirt, another sweater, and some more sweats. So then I go downstairs to my gym here at the facility, and I go on the bike, and I'm just going ham and ham and ham and ham. After like 45 minutes to an hour, I was like, you know what? I have to hit it. I have to be there. Like, I have to be there. I come upstairs. Guess what number's on the scale?
214.
213.
216 fucking flat.
Ooh.
And I'm thinking to myself, I'm pissed as shit. And I'm like, bruh, my hair's wet. I know this. I know it's my hair. Like, I know it's my hair. I know it's the sweat that's in my hair. So what do? I go in the shower because I know I'm done. I go in the shower. I take a hot shower. And then, of course, I have to take my cold shower because I've been doing cold plunges or cold showers, correct? I come out. I weigh myself. Guess what I see on the scale?
215.
214.9.
How can I lose a pound and like a pound plus after taking a hot shower? I see a 215.6, and I'm like, I did it. I really, really did it.
There you go.
So those of you people that are like, oh, Eddie, you did it. No, that was very weak. That was very weak of me to have gotten the haircut before hitting 215 because I vowed to do that. I literally,
Right.
So I went against myself. It's very weak and irresponsible. Does it make it okay? If you're weak, yeah. I mean, I ended up doing it. So you guys already know what I'm saying. It was shitty and it fucking sucked. The reason why I'm so hard on myself is because you have to strive for greatness. You have to push yourself, correct?
Yep.
Me being a science major when I went to college, if this was a formula, if this was a go to the gym, don't drink water, go to the gym, don't drink water, go to the gym, don't drink water, weigh 215, get your haircut, that's the correct formula. That's the outcome that you're going to get. The formula isn't go to the gym, eat, go to the gym, drink water, sleep, go to the gym, get your haircut, weigh yourself. You're not at 215. Go to the gym until you hit 215 and then go to sleep. It's obviously A, it's not B. So it was very weak, but ladies and gentlemen, we fucking did it. You know, I was super happy. I was proud of myself. I'm still proud of myself because I'm not telling you guys to do it. I'm not telling anybody to do it, but I don't see anybody pushing themselves the way I do. I really don't. And that's what gives me a sense of pride. And my people were like, bro, like you really fucking did that in like a day and a half, correct? That's like my third update. I think yeah, I think that's it. I think that's pretty much it for me.
There we go. Sick. Now, while I'm having fucking camera problems over here, shit, I should have gone first because this camera keeps fucking bugging out on me, man. Ridiculous. Let's see if I can fix this. All right.
What is it? Did you buy some Chinese pork?
Yeah, bro. I think I bought some Chinese knockout shit, bro.
There it
Look at
goes
this.
again.
There it goes. Look at this. I'm fucking. What am I saying right now? Connecting some garbage shit, bro. It's just garbage, bro.
And I will tell you this. I did tell you to consider the Camlink, the one by
Yeah, you know what?
Elgato.
Fuck, I'm gonna buy that right now. Fuck, even though it's expensive as hell.
I told you, hey, like the Chinese pork might work, but it's gonna give out eventually.
Yeah, look at this garbage. I'm gonna order it right now while we're on the fucking Zoom on this freaking meeting right now. All right, Cam Link, let's go.
And then I just saw some special appearances from Stormy, I think, or Thunder.
It was Stormy.
Oh, Stormy.
There
Let's
we
go.
go.
The girls are back in town.
The girls are back.
There you go. Now, Alexis, let's go. Quick update.
Yes, so
Tweets.
yeah, so when it comes to me, again, so the season started. It finally started, and I told you guys that the season had ended, but we basically lost. We tied about 3 games and lost the rest of them. So I think we only accumulated 3 points throughout the entire season. So that was pretty sad. But let's go, right? 3 points. If you think about it, 3 points does add up to a win. So depends how you look at it,
Yeah.
And the season did end up starting last Thursday. And honestly, it was what you would expect. We lost again 3-1. So looking to be a good start as usual. And yeah, I mean, we're gonna keep on playing Thursdays again, and I don't know. I think this team is done for. I don't think we're gonna get anywhere, to be honest.
You guys can't give up on Copa San Pancho, or what is it, Copa San Juan?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the Copa Don Juan.
Copa Don Juan. You guys can't give up too soon.
I mean, we have to compete it.
Hey, the star players might end up getting hurt.
Yeah.
And then Coach Cleats can come through.
There we go. Honestly, like, we got to start working harder. We got to start training more because I don't want to lose out on this highly prestigious trophy. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys don't want to give up on that macaroni salad at the end of the season.
No. And oh man. And
what else is new?
So I think I touched up on this last podcast, but I told you guys that I was doing the Globalist Challenge, and I'm not gonna give out too many details because it's a pretty good play, and Gems pretty much knows what it is. Like, he's doing the mattress runs for his students, all of that. What I will say is that if things go right, the way that I want them and the way that I envision them, I will be able to hit Globalist with only comp nights. No money spent. No McChicken hacks. None of that.
No McChicken hacks?
No McChicken hacks. And the reason why I say that is this is like a very good play is because if you guys follow Mr. Credit Gems, he has his own, like, I'm not going to like downplay his play because it's still like fire, right? But I'm just taking it a step further, in other words. So what Mr. Credit Gems does is that he basically stacks these comp nights that you get from the NGM properties, and you add like a paid night. So that averages to, it depends on the price of the paid night, right? But roughly a McChicken, right? $260 or whatever. But yeah, exactly, $260. So my goal is that these nights, comp nights, they're obviously free, right? And because I'm gold, I don't pay the resort fees. So I noticed that on my Hyatt account, like, these nights are counting, they're qualifying. And the reason why Gems does it with a pay night is because they typically don't qualify. So that's why he does it that way. But if all goes well for me, like how I envision it, I'll literally have Globalists free. Like, no McChickens paid. So I think that's going to be a banger of a play.
But are you paying with points?
No, like I said, I already had MGM Gold before the Globalist Challenge with Built. So no points at all. I'm literally just doing the comp nights through the MGM app, and
yeah, he can't give out the sauce, Eddie. Come on, bro.
Not on the call. We're definitely
not on the call. Yeah,
that's the after hours that you guys can't see, bro.
Yeah.
Subscribe to our Patreon, guys, for the
for the after hours. There you go.
Patreon for the inner
subscribe to my OnlyFans, guys, for the after hours.
after hours for sure.
Right.
All right.
Chickens.
Yeah. So that's
what's gonna be the name of that play, bro?
Oof. If it's
The no McChicken hack.
The no McChicken hack. No, no. I mean, it'd be funny, but I don't want to like. I don't know if that's disrespectful to Gems,
It's
or it
almost,
might be.
yeah, it's partially mocking, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to do that to Gems because that guy's a beast. So I don't know what
Um,
would be a good name. Yeah, I don't know. I need
we'll
to
think
come up with
about it.
names. Yeah.
It's up and coming, but so that means that your course, your travel credit course, should be coming up, right? Remember, end beginning of September, ending of September, around there.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be included for sure, no doubt.
There you go.
Beginning of
Sweet. Any other updates, bro?
Those were my main ones.
Oh,
Main updates.
in 2
there we
weeks.
go. All right. All right. So before my camera decides to go out on me, let me give you guys my quick updates. So I can't remember or recall if I mentioned to you guys, unfortunately, the vehicle that I bought at the end of last year, my Mercedes-Benz, got hit from the back, just
Mhm.
like where Eddie likes it. So
That's where I like to hit it. No, I don't like to
bro,
hit.
you
I
must
like
have come to my house that week and you just went special delivery for Eddie and then you just drove off, bro.
boom.
So yeah, man. So I don't know if I mentioned it before or I just told Eddie and Alexis at a while we were just chatting before the podcast, but a few weeks ago someone hit my car. It was parked outside of my house. I don't know when it happened. As you guys know, I'm in these four walls all day long, all week long. So if I don't know what the fuck happens to my cars because I'm working. I don't go anywhere. The only place I go is to the fucking gym. I don't go to the grocery store. I don't go anywhere. So, and when I decide to travel, I just jump on an airplane and go to Eddie's house. So, dude, one of the biggest flexes that I have is like when I'm looking for my keys and I'm like, oh, those are my house keys. That's my Las Vegas house keys. Oh, here's my car keys.
But when are the boys gonna be back in town?
Next week, bro.
Next
So,
Wednesday,
oh
let's
yeah, so that's an
go.
update. So next Wednesday, you guys, we're gonna be interviewing one of our home girls. Her name is Leslie. So and she has a company called Made Guru. Is that correct?
Maybe.
And she does some spicy link stuff. So we'll be talking about that and her company and on how it is to do that type of content. And it would be with her business partner, right, Hannah?
Yes, correct.
Sweet. So currently, as you guys know, I'm getting the car fixed. I took it to the dealership there for fixing it. The insurance is gonna they're gonna charge me the deductible, which is $500. It's no sweat to be honest with you. It does suck, but hey, that's an extra $500 that I'm spending, and it's going on my car. And then my car is gonna have a history that it was hit, so it's kind of BS. But hey, man, whoever hit my car, bro, I hope you're in a better position than I am because you know um it is what it is, right? So the other update is that last week I met up with one of my photographers and we did a photo shoot in San Diego, downtown San Diego. And if you guys saw my Instagram today on my status, I took a bunch of pictures so that I can use in any type of content, like during my stories, so I can do polls, I can do for my websites. If I need to create ads or visuals for anything, I can use those pictures of as content or background images.
Some macro photos, I should add.
Yeah, I mean, like really high professional photos. And the cool thing is that after I took him out to dinner after the photo shoot because we were in downtown, and I was like, bro, we're standing right in front of Nobu. Let's go fucking eat at Nobu, right? And we're talking about money, business, all this stuff. Like again, I only surround myself with people that talk about those items. And I was like, hey, how's business going? How much are your pricing and everything like that. And I told him, bro, by the way, I just started a social media management company. And one of the things that I feel like a lot of our clients are going to have issues is with like, hey, I don't have the correct recording equipment, or I'm having issues with technology and recording equipment. I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to do the settings. I need professional help. And this is where we decided I'm actually going to get a call with my business partner for the social media management company tomorrow. And we're going to partner up with photographers in cities and then have people be our clients be able to book a select amount of hours per month to have a photographer and a content a photographer or film someone that records video for them, and then they send that way has the client does not have to worry about, hey, I need to buy camera equipment, I need to buy lighting equipment, I need to learn how to record, I need to learn how to upload it correctly, I need to, what are the settings, right? These are very, very common issues that a lot of our clients may have. So this will be able to solve a lot of problems for our clients. And one of the best things that our like photographers always want is people on retainers. They want to have consistent work from our specific content creators. So this is a massive win-win for our company and for photographers. So if you're a photographer listening to this and you like shooting video or taking pictures, but especially video, and you are in one of the major cities like San Diego, LA, Vegas, New York, please reach out to me. That way we can see if we can work together, because as soon as we get a client in that city, and if they're willing to pay for a package service of you going a certain amount of hours a week and recording content for them, that way we can go ahead and video edit. That could be a great working relationship. Sounds smacker, right?
Big smacker.
Right. So and lastly, just a quick update. I am working on my personal credit mastery course. Now that Renee finally released his, we are working on a joint personal credit mastery. I have reviewed his fucking 15-hour long credit mastery course, which is ridiculous. It's super long. I think it goes over the same topics again and again and again, because he's trying to really drill on the fundamentals and give you guys so much value. But even myself, who loves talking about credit for 10 hours straight, I was like listening to this and I was like, fuck, I was brain dead. Like I listened to the whole course in like a few days. So I'm trying to concise it down, make it straighter to the point, organize it better, and even add extra information on top of it. So I'm trying to see if we can condense 15 hours into 5 hours, but we'll see if we can make that happen. I know you, Eddie, you're already shaking your head, but dude, I'm fairly certain that I can probably make it happen. Because I think he overlaps a lot of things, but they're separately, but he's trying to give as much value in it, which I truly appreciate. But I feel that there's better ways. And then plus, what I'm thinking of you guys, one of the major tools that I want to give you guys is like deliverables and tools that you guys can use. For example, Gems created this app where you guys can put where you're at in your situation, and then it will tell you the best course of action of what credit cards to get. Well, for my company, I have already created an entire database of credit application pools and whether the person got approved or denied. And this is very, very similar to credit boards. If you go to creditboards.com, there's going to be a section where you can see people, if people got what they applied for, whether they got approved or denied, and what credit score, what was the credit situation. But a lot of the times, a lot of people are not very thorough with their explanations. A lot of them are not updated consistently. And what I do, since my company applies for funding almost on a consistent basis, I might as well give that to you guys as a bank data list. And every single day, I'm going to create a form where you guys can upload your funding sequence, and then you guys can see everybody other's funding sequence and my company's fundings as well. That way, you guys can see what we're applying for and what we're getting results with and what's working and what's not working. That way, you guys can use that database, put your certain criterias, and then see what's getting improved and what's not getting improved. So that's in the works, you guys. I'm going to be doing that. But first, before I release that, I'm going to be releasing a text community. So the text community is going to be where you're going to be able to sign up for the personal credit mastery course, where I'm going to be giving out all these deliverables with the course as well. So we're going to try to jam pack a bunch of value to you guys. And that's pretty much it. That's my update for this week. And we want to dive right into our topics. So the very first topic, I want to personally bring it up because it's one of my biggest pet peeves. Okay. I don't get pissed off as often as somebody else in this podcast. If you guys don't know who it is, then you have not been paying attention. But one of my biggest pet peeves is when I go to a restaurant, but especially a fast food drive-through, and the first thing they tell me as soon as I order my first item is they say, "Is that it? Is that it? Is that all?" Right? It just pisses me the fuck off. Eddie, Alexis, do you guys know what I'm talking about, and how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I went to Carl's Jr. twice last week.
Badass.
I earned.
Hey, this is why he did not get 215 flat. And actually,
Oh yeah, all I said was 215 on the scale. I also never said I had to retain it. I just
there we go.
had to see it on the scale, and I have a picture as a trophy. So there's that. No, I 100% understand. In essence, this is why not to divert too much or drift off away from like the attention point of what that is. If you were the owner of the restaurant, and okay, again, you're going through the drive-through, correct?
Right.
If I'm the owner of the restaurant, my goal is to drive sales up.
Exactly.
So if I have the what do you call it, the intercom or the mic?
Right, the intercom. Yes.
I'm gonna say, I was like, oh yes, perfect. Let's play it off. Like, where are you going? McDonald's?
Yeah. Hey, I want to order a carne asada burrito.
All right, perfect. Yeah. So we also have sides that are like chips and salsa or beans and rice. What kind of drink would you like?
Right. You don't even ask, do you want a drink? You just say, and what drink would you like with that?
Yeah, because I'm already trying to include it. I'm trying to add to it.
You're about, dude, you were this close to saying it. You're trying to assume the sale. Just assume the sale.
Right.
Right. So, and that's like, why am I so passionate about this? Why am I being so pissed off about this? Because I worked in a fast food restaurant business for 6 years. And that was like my bread and butter for 6 fucking years. I consumed like, what is the best way to run a fast food restaurant? And once you experience a level of fucking excellence and what you expect from a fast food delivery area, anything else besides that is just a disappointment to you. And it, like, for example, when you are a chef of like a 5-star Michelin chef and you try to go eat anywhere else, you're gonna be judging the presentation, you're gonna be judging the service, you're gonna be judging the decor, you're gonna be judging how, oh, is this fresh or was this frozen? Like that, like fast food restaurants were ruined for me just because I experienced a high level of efficiency and how well a restaurant should actually be working.
Which in essence is a curse. But
right.
But going to a specific place, you know what to expect. You're not going to see the quality that you get at In-N-Out, which we actually spoke about before. The quality that you get at In-N-Out is not the same quality that you're going to get at McDonald's or Carl's or
not at all.
Big facts.
Not at all. And just to recap on that, you guys, if you guys don't know what the difference is, at the end of the day, the biggest difference is that McDonald's is franchised and In-N-Out is corporate owned. So this is why consistency is the key. Now, if you guys, I don't even know if any of you guys are listening to this who have a restaurant, a fast food restaurant, or any type of business. But if you're listening to this, one of the best ways, again, like we mentioned, is to assume the sale. First of all, the very first thing that should be coming out of the in-person's intercom, as soon as the first interaction with a client should be like, hey, welcoming them, making them feel welcome to come there, right? Now, I've seen those businesses online where they're like, as soon as people walk in, bless you. Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
COVID. So, and Eddie thinks COVID is dead. Now I'm like,
you know what? Really quick on that. I know you guys were touching on COVID, but I think I might have been exposed to someone from COVID from a shoot that I did like 2 days ago. So it's kind of frustrating, man. But yeah, we'll see.
They shot you COVID back, bro.
Your update over 20 minutes ago.
I know I messed up. But I tested negative. Like I tested, and I'll test again tomorrow to double confirm.
Why, bro? You want to test positive?
All right, man. I already forgot what I was gonna say, bro. What was
No,
I
so
saying?
assume the sale, and the first thing that should come out from
Right.
these.
Oh, yeah. So the very first thing that should be coming out of this person's mouth is welcoming the client, making them feel welcome. Now, there is some restaurants out there that as soon as you walk in, they're cursing at you, they're like throwing shit at you. But I mean, that's a special type of customer service. Like you're going there and you know why you're going there. But for every other type of restaurant, the first thing is welcome. When I worked for Domino's Pizza, within it was a corporate policy rule that within the first 9 seconds, as soon as a client walks into the door, they have to say, "Welcome to Domino's," period. Right? Now, so if you're thinking about, so think about it like this about your business. If you're watching this, I have a business. Again, you want to make your client feel welcome into coming to your establishment. Okay. Whether that's over the phone, whether that is in person or online, right? Um, the second thing is becoming in a position of providing value and help, right? A lot of the times when people come to, like, think about it at a restaurant. How many times do you go to a restaurant and you're like, oh, I don't know what the fuck I want, right? A lot of people don't know what they want. And to be
Right.
honest with you, when I go to a restaurant, I literally just give the menu back and be like, just order me whatever, or I just order ribeye. Hey, you have ribeye on the menu? Perfect. I want that. Or just order me whatever whatever I need to try in this restaurant, order that for me. Boom.
The thing that I do challenge that, not to cut into it, I think that's a mistake you're making, because yes, I understand that a ribeye that you go eat at Caesar's Hotel in TJ versus a Michelin restaurant out here in Las Vegas is completely different.
Right.
I always personally suggest, what is house made? What are your guys's, not that I drink, first of all, but I was gonna say, what are your guys's house drinks?
Yeah.
You guys like
No,
know?
no, no, yeah. So that's why I said like on the second one, it's like either I choose a ribeye, like if I like for example, if I'm going to a steak place, I was like, just order me the ribeye, cool.
You get
Or if it's just any general, like for example, I've never been to Nobu before. I went there when I went with the photographer. I literally just handed the menu directly back to him to the waiter, and I was like, order me whatever you want.
false, false. We went to Nobu in the Philippines. That's the very first nice restaurant that we went.
Okay, I thought so. Okay, I thought so. I was like, why does this look so fucking familiar? But I wasn't quite sure. So correction. It was
they
the
were-
first time I was in Nobu in the
I
United
remember.
States.
That was a hefty bill.
That was a no, that was fire, dude. I kind of wanted that again. When I was sitting there, I was like, dude, this looks like the restaurant in the Philippines. I was about to fucking text you that. But anyways, I was like, you know what? I've never been here before. Just order me whatever. He's like, whatever I want. Whatever you want to show me, bring it on. I spent like $500, which I didn't give a fuck about because I was like, I'm building a network relationship anyways. And then to be honest with you, after everything that we ate, I was like, shit, this is it. I thought it was gonna be more expensive. But anyways, not trying to flex here, but anyways, again, you want to make them feel welcome. And the other thing is you always, like I said, assume the sale. So if I go to drive through, be like, okay, hey, I want to order a carne asada burrito. Perfect, awesome. Would you like to add a drink with that? You know, we got Coke, Pepsi, we got Fanta, we got horchata, you know, all this shit, right? Awesome. Hey, would you like to add, you know, guacamole for an extra da da da? You know, hey, you know, is this for yourself or somebody else? Do you want to add, hey, we actually running a limited offer of blah blah blah. Always upsell, upsell, upsell. You know, like I was just listening to Russell
Russell
Brunson,
Brunson.
and he was literally talking about how the first time he was selling on through Google Ads, and then the first Google slap happened, like he was selling, or he was paying 25 cents per click, and then after the Google analytics change or the Google algorithm change, he was now paying like $3 and something cents per click, which made his margins non-existent. So he was negative. So he had to stop doing Google Ads until he figured out, holy shit, if I still sell the first item for the same price, but then upsell them like 2, 3 other things, then the cart value would go up, where on average I'm finally gonna have a profit margin again. So this is what they teach you guys in restaurants. This is what they teach you in everything in business. Upsell, upsell, upsell. Have things for clients to upsell, right? So this is why it just frustrates me when I hear that's it. Because to be honest with you, first of all, I'm a fat ass. I like that's not it, bro. Like there's more shit I'm ordering. Second of all, you're hitting me right here, bro. It's hurting my heart. Like it's hurting my emotions. Like shit, you're calling me a fat ass when every single time. Is that it? Is that it? Like shit, man. Let me be a fat ass. I'm here I know I'm here. Okay. And then second of all, assume the sell, help them out because a lot of the clients will probably, hey, dude, hey, man, I haven't eaten dessert in 2 weeks. Yeah, maybe a cheesecake does sound fire right now. Maybe I do want to splurge on a fucking milkshake. I don't know, but I wouldn't know if you don't give me those options. So
Right.
always assume the sell, upsell the clients, be able to now don't be like upsell them like 5 different things. Upsell them like 2 different things at most.
Typical add-ons.
Typical add-ons to what you're already ordering. So if they're ordering a menu item, drinks, side item, right? If they're ordering just a side item, I was like, awesome. Do you want an entree with a drink? Maybe how about some dessert, right? So that's what I hate. Does that sound fair, you guys? Or am I just going nuts over here?
No, honestly, I think that's fair. Eddie, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you're fat when the person in the intercom tells you to chill through the speaker and see you.
Big facts, man. But yeah, that's me. Now, there's gonna be another episode where I want to deep dive into how the restaurant business works for you guys. So if you guys have ever thought about, opening a restaurant, doing anything in fast food or whatever may have you, I got the special sauce, which I might give out for free, you guys. But definitely, this is a 10-year plan because a restaurant business is one of the highest risk for banks and business. A lot, like what is it, like 90% of banks, 90% of restaurants like die in the first 5 years or something like that. It's an astronomical
Yeah.
astronomical number. So the statistics are, this is why banks don't like lending to restaurants, et cetera, et cetera. But once after 5 to 10 years, once I'm a multimillionaire or billionaire, I'm gonna be I'm gonna open the next competitor to Domino's and Pizza Hut. My goal is to make those companies bankrupt. Like that's my fucking goal. But yeah. Cool. Awesome. So second topic that we want to cover is brought to yours truly, Eddie Mercado. Eddie, why do we love haters, bro? Tell us the secret sauce here.
Well, obviously we love haters because if you don't have haters, you're obviously doing something wrong.
Big facts.
That's the typical people like to say, but I'm not typical. There isn't much truly traditional about me. The thing about me is I like to pay attention to like the insults. If you pay attention to their insults, they're actually pointing out your weaknesses, but you have to be paying attention. Like for instance, back obviously, I don't know. When do you guys think is like the era where you guys get talked shit on the most? It's probably high school, correct? It's like,
yeah.
Oh, but you're stupid. Oh, shit, I gotta get smarter.
I think middle school and high school is definitely like the more gossip years.
Middle going into high school, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it's just but like you can rebuttal everything except like your mama jokes. You gotta respect those, especially if they're funny. But as far as like everything goes, like when you have haters and they're like, oh, but no, actually, like I challenge that because sometimes I feel like there's like still like some drama like going on, but it's like people be like, oh, but your car ain't even that cool, or you're stupid, and it's like, oh shit, I gotta get a nicer car now. Like what do I have to do to get a nicer car? Like invest more, make more money, correct? Oh, but you're stupid. Shit, I have to get smarter. You're not even that funny. Damn, I gotta become funnier. It's like people are pointing out your weaknesses. You just gotta pay attention, and you don't necessarily rebuttal by saying, "Oh, you're stupid too." Nah, you gotta just take it in. And I'm not saying also this is gonna sound kind of dumb. I just be doing sometimes research on like the most strangest things, but that's actually called the language of the dragon. You can't allow somebody to talk shit to you and you just accept it because you just got overpowered.
Right. Do you feel like do you feel like I don't deal with a lot of haters personally, to be honest with you. But as you know, I have a business partner that deals with a shit ton of haters, like a lot of haters.
Correct.
And um, is
I know
there is there a point where, okay, so where can you distinguish whether a hater is just being a hater and that's what it is, or like he's being a hater? Yes, he could have worded that better. However, I do take that could actually be constructive criticism, and I do see that could be a flaw in me, and I should change. Or should you not change because fuck it, if they're gonna love me for who I am, and I'm gonna be me.
okay, excellent, because I've always touched these points. Why would I hate on you if you don't have something I want, can't do something I do, or I don't remember. There's 3 points. There's three major points. If
Okay.
you can do something I can't, I can hate on you.
Okay.
Why? Oh, because you're better than me. If you have something I want to take that from you, but you already acquired that. Or
It'll come back. It'll come back.
well, but it's like so annoying because it's like so important to the topic.
Right. So while you're thinking about that, I'm going to talk a little bit about this. So if you guys don't know who I'm talking about my business partner, Sean Adams. What he does is he runs a sales company, and he helps me bring clients. So whenever a person or a client ever tells him like, hey Sean, one of the things I want for my business is actually to obtain more credit to be able to expand and grow my company. He goes, yeah, absolutely. I know I'm partnered up with someone, a guy who does business credit, right? And so then he just refers and sends me clients over. Well, recently, which I've mentioned in the podcast before, he has a polygamous relationship where he has two girlfriends. Now, recently, one of the girlfriends decided to take a leave. I think personally, after talking to him, it sounds like the type of hate that they were receiving kind of got to her, which is totally understandable. It can be a lot because they were getting like and on Instagram, they were getting anywhere from like 7 to 8,000 people at once on their live stream. So not like 8,000 people showed up in the total lifespan of the live stream. No, at one given point, if you log in, there's 8,000 people watching. And on their TikToks live streams, I've seen it the most anywhere from like 60 to 80,000 people watching at one moment. And it's like absurd. It's ridiculous. It's a lot. There were a lot of people became so invested in their lives that they became celebrities overnight. And Sean is the type of person, and he has the persona that attracts attention, and he understands, and he's mentioned, like, for example, we went out to eat last week. We went to downtown San Diego. We went to eat at a steakhouse, and we were talking, and he was talking to one of the waitresses there, and he's like, I already know that one of my things is that I'm a narcissist. Like, you don't even need to tell me that. Like, I know that for a fact. So it's like, is it okay because he recognizes it? Is it bad either way? Or, is it like, hey, fuck, everybody has their flaws as long as you're not hurting anyone or taking advantage of anyone, breaking any laws, et cetera, et cetera. If you're a narcissist, hey, it's fine because, hey, you should love yourself. I think, which I've always mentioned, the number one person in anybody's life is themselves. You should always love themselves first. And this is a fire quote that I got from Sean. We can only give love at the capacity at which it is created within. So if you do not love, you can only love someone as much as you can only love yourself. So if he's a narcissist and he loves himself very, very, very dearly, does that mean that he's able to output more love and he's able to treat people better because he demands respect and love for himself, so therefore he's able to give that same type of respect and love to other people in that he surrounds himself with? For example, Eddie, Eddie loves and respects himself so highly. So this is why everybody in his circle is very well respected and very well liked. And anyone that fucking either teeters and does anything slightly that does not go to his liking, he's like, they're out. Right?
If
So
there's an extra hair on your shirt,
so I mean, yeah, I mean, but that's I think so being narcissist and gaining attention, I think it's a key because gaining attention is like currency, you guys. They're so valuable because money follows attention. You can have the best product, you can have the best service, you can have the best everything in your company, but if nobody knows who you are, nobody knows about your product, nobody knows your mission, nobody knows anything about you, you're not going to be successful because there's no eyeballs on you. Nobody's going to know. For example, everybody knows McDonald's, but did they make a shitty hamburger? Yes, they do. You can probably go grocery shopping and make a fire ass hamburger at home, but since nobody knows that you do hamburgers, there's not a line outside your house. So, um, why do we love haters? Because at the end of the day, they are conducive to our business. Why? Because it brings attention. And second of all, no matter if you're Mother Teresa, you're always gonna have haters. Mother Teresa had fucking haters. Like, if she had haters, why the hell are you not gonna have haters? Um, I don't know of any haters personally, but I'm pretty sure I do have haters, and I don't know why I would have haters, but I completely understand. You know, there's people that have different biases. They have people that have different opinions about you. People make opinions about people they don't even met, and it's wild. It's wild that people have opinions about. I seen this quote. It's crazy how people have believe in gods that they've never met and aliens they've never seen, but they don't believe on the person they see in the mirror. Like that is wild. So that's my take, you guys. I think attention and haters, whether you have if you're in this business in the business game, you have to have a very thick skin because people are gonna hate you no matter what. And you gotta be fortunate for your haters because that's attention. It's driving attention to what you do anyways. And if you're able to like mold that and you're able to fucking take the hits and take the blows and be able to deviate through the haters and find your clients and who is truly listening to you, that's where you're gonna make money. And I'm gonna end with this. I know I'm hijacking your topic, Eddie, but I really want to give this point because today in the morning Sean went live and he doesn't usually go live in the mornings. So there was less people on the live. But as soon as he started the live, bro, the bombardment of hate comments just like came in. And I was like, bro, the first thing these like people wake up vicious. Like, holy shit, this is insane. And this guy has said nothing wrong. And he's providing value and he's saying valuable things. He's providing value to people. And they're like, they were worried more about like where are these questions coming from? I can't find the questions on the fucking on the comment section. I was like, bro, who gives a fuck? He's giving you guys value. Shut the fuck up for a second and listen. Listen. Think about that. And then I messaged him after the live ended. I messaged him like, bro, it is crazy how people just instead of listening to you, all they did was just try to bring so much hate to you. That is absolutely wild to me. And this is what they said. This is what he said. Oh, because what he does on the live is he accepts people to come join the live with him, and he's like responding to her message, to the girls' messages or the guys' messages. I think it's mostly girls, because they're all interested in the gossip of like his polygamous relationship. But he's trying to provide value to the girls. He's like, oh, you should invest in yourself, learn this, you should learn a skill, you should, if you don't know how to acquire money, if money is an issue, like find a higher paying skill, get fixer credit, get business credit, do this. He told them multiple ways to solve a problem so that they can take and listen to that and try it out for themselves. Dude, the girl was more concerned about the haters in the comment section than what Sean was providing value to her. Dude, Sean's time is so precious, and you were able to get a one-on-one fucking FaceTime call with him, and you're more concerned about what the haters are saying on the comment section instead of picking his brain and actually listening to him. That is fucking wild. This man makes 6 figures a month, and you're like, and so this was his response, which is it's gold. People are not even operating at the frequency to be able to receive the message. And this is so fucking true, because for years, when I started my entrepreneurship journey, I heard about mindset again and again and again. And I was like, bro, let's cut this bullshit. Let's get to the real sauce. I want to learn how to fucking make money. Not only to learn that a few years later, once I started the business and I had multiple business loss and I fucked up and I lost a lot of money. Once I started the credit company, after a year of doing that, I still had things. And to only learn that the thing stopping me from making 6 figures a year was my fucking mentality. Like my mentality. That was my issue. I just went up. I banged on the table. But it was my mentality. That was the thing that was keeping me from making money. Dude, I had the credit knowledge, I had the experience, I had everything. I had the employees, but the thing stopping me was just my mentality, my mindset. What the fuck? I was stopping myself from making money. Like that's crazy. So again, you guys, listen to what people are saying and understand that there's deeper meaning behind what we say, because a lot of this business, what a lot of business is ethics and how you believe and what you can achieve. If you believe that you can achieve it, you will make it happen, right? So again, this fucking went off course, but attention is key. If that's one of the best ways to bring traffic into your brand, into your courses, into your products, into your service, into your business. Cool.
Yeah.
Lexus,
Two
you want to
things
add into
before.
that?
Yes,
Yeah.
two things before we move on to the next topic. One of them is that this is actually relevant to our Only Points podcast, because if you guys remember, we got one of our first hater comments.
I was
And
gonna bring that up. I was gonna bring that up. I was
Yeah.
going
Wait,
to
what?
bring
Oh
it up.
yeah, I remember. But what did he say? Oh,
so
yeah, I remember now. I remember now.
So if I recall correctly, it was on, I want to say like episode 3 when we were in New York or something. And this guy, he comments on one of our videos. I don't think we even know him, but that's besides the point. He comments something like, you know what? These guys probably live in their mother's basement or something. Like they're living off of their savings. They barely make 20K a year or something like that. And we all thought it was funny, right?
Dude, and no, I think he also said that you can. And one of the comments said, "You can tell that you guys don't lift." I was like, "What?
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Yeah.
What? We're talking about business, bro. We were talking about credit and shit." And they're like, "What the fuck?" Okay, first of all, we do lift. We just don't take steroids like you do. And second of all, we like, dude, where are your priorities, my boy? Where are your priorities? We're not Chris, or we're not Mr. Licuado over here, bro. Like, come on, man. Oh shit.
Yeah, but I thought that was very funny that we got like our first hater, like not even like episode like 10 or whatever, like in these most recent episodes, but like literally our third episode. I just think it's crazy that's when we got our first hater comment. And second thing I wanted to bring up, or yeah, go ahead,
Hold
Eddie.
on. Here's what's craziest to me, because like I'm a partial owner of the podcast, and I obviously love rewatching our own podcast, because I'll say it, I love listening to myself. I love listening to you guys, and it's like sometimes when I'm cooking and I have like, we don't watch TV, but I'll have the TV on and I'll have like us playing in the background as I'm cooking or something. The thing with me is like, I have to look up the title of the video. I can't look up Only Points podcast, because some other stupid podcast comes up.
Yep.
Now I'm hating. Now I'm hating. No, just some other podcast comes up. I'll literally Only Points OP podcast search, Only Points podcast search, nothing. I have to look up the title of the name. So Eddie, for you to say, I don't think we know this person, I think he comes from one of your followers, because you have the most followers, and you're like the one that like actually like tags the link. You know what I mean?
Probably. Yeah.
More than likely. It's more than likely. But if you are you, again, like Eddie said, I hope you're in a better position than we are to be
Exactly.
looking down. And don't waste your time, like literally, like don't waste your time. Because I was literally gonna bring that up. Like, to think that you actually have to search up the title of the YouTube video, or just the title, just to bring it up. And I'm just like, yo, like I wouldn't have that much free time, and and my income. You know what I mean?
Right.
What's your second point, Alexis?
Yeah, so really quick before I get to my second point, I do want to let you guys know that I think like a week ago or something like that, I searched up Only Points podcast, and you know how we weren't ranking, right? We didn't come up. I want to say that we finally did come up, right? And I saw like our channel, and I think the episode that came up was the one with Mr. Credit Gems. So I'm like, yes, we finally like at least got one video ranked. So that's good news,
That's
but
Yeah, that's excellent news. That's a huge milestone, bro.
yeah, big time.
That's a massive milestone.
And second thing that I wanted to say is not necessarily about haters, but um, it's more of a thing between Eddie Mercado and I, like kind of an inside thing that we have between each other. And what I will say is that like we've had lots of opportunities where like Eddie will give like some sort of Zoom call, or he'll be dropping gems on FBA wholesale, how to get started, etc., etc. And whenever I can, like I'll hop in, and of course I'm not one to hate, like that's not me. But what I do like to do is I do like to be like the counter opposite of that. So basically, like I'll try to be like the fanboy, right, of Eddie. And I think not a lot of people know that going into those Zoom calls that basically like we're boys, right? So not a lot of the people that are learning of FBA wholesale or whatever Eddie is talking on, credit, whatever it may be. Like I'll usually try to engage his students, with questions like, oh, like, can you do so and so, or like, well, what are the disadvantages of doing this, and blah blah blah. And I try to be like his fanboy without other people knowing that. And for me, that's a way of like countering the haters, and yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
There you go. You're supporting the homie, of
I'm
course.
supporting my boys.
Sweet.
Boys are
So
back in town.
The
yes,
boys
sir.
are back in town.
So, lastly, the last topic we want to talk about, just quickly, some updates about the news. If you guys haven't seen, the presidential run cycle is starting up again. Basically, we just want to be able to give our own opinions about it. Eddie, you wanted to bring this up, so let's start off with you, man. Why did you want to bring this up?
Oh shit. Oh no, this is terrible. All right, I'll be honest. The only reason why I know is because I was obviously scrolling on TikTok. But the craziest thing is that I don't even know what this lady's name is. She went on. You know when you say this lady went on a tangent, or why'd you go on a tangent, and all they're doing is like yapping. What do you call it when they go on a tangent but it's positive stuff? Because going on a tangent is actually, it's derogatory. It's got a negative connotation, correct?
Right.
So what would you call it when they go on a tangent and it's positive?
I think it's just the same thing. It's just going on a
Right.
tangent.
They went on a positive tangent. They said, because one of her biggest beliefs is having universal health care, correct?
Okay.
And I listened, and it was like those stupid videos that are like 3 minutes and 50 seconds long, and I'm like, I just couldn't like scroll, because what she was stating is true. For those of you that don't know, and this might sound like a little off topic, but it kind of like comes in. I've always wanted to become a pharmacist, and I haven't given up on that dream. But I will
Big
be
pharma
studying,
facts.
Yeah, big pharma facts. I'm
Nautical
going to
boy.
be studying medicinal, herbal medicine. What this lady was stating, I don't know what her name is. Like, I obviously don't know what her name is. I don't know shit about politics. But she went on a positive tangent stating the reason why, like the reason why everybody is sick, because everybody is sick, is because we only treat the symptoms. We don't find cures to anything, and this and that, and there should be universal health care, and it was like that. I saw like the panel, and it was, so Bernie's back on it.
No way.
Good luck.
Holy shit.
Looks the charm or what? Obviously, to his right was whoever the fuck the president is right now, because he might be present, but his mind is somewhere else. Somebody tell me who the president is.
The Looney Bin.
If I can describe America in one word, it would be it says two words.
Yo, real quick before you keep going, on TikTok, there's this fucking account where they made AI software made the voice of of Biden,
Trump,
the fucking
Clinton
Barack
and
Obama,
Obama.
Clinton, and
Bush as well.
and they're playing a fucking Call of Duty Warfare.
Minecraft,
and it's the
yeah.
funniest thing ever, bro. I spent like too long watching that shit. That shit was
Same.
fire, bro.
Those are pretty good memes.
Hey, something Donald Trump, you call that Donald Dump.
Dude, that guy's a mad genius. And this is what you guys don't steal this, but I'm thinking of creating a TikTok account to do motivational videos using famous actors' voices. That's what I'm thinking of doing.
Well, yeah, I mean,
AI is
it's
taking
gonna blow
over the
up.
world, so go with it.
Mhm.
But statistically speaking, it took ChatGPT 1.5 days to get 1 million users.
Yep.
1.5.
Wasn't it just
crazy.
6 hours though?
Huh?
I thought it was 6 hours.
It could have been, or it was something crazy. Maybe it was like 100 million users or something like that. But it's something wild. But yeah, I don't like the very first time. Gosh, I dislike to admit this. I made a mistake by voting because, in essence, I really don't pay too much. I don't pay too much attention to politics. I just go with the flow. I learn. You guys also got to understand, like the system exists so that you can like learn how to navigate. And I'm not special, and I still navigate the system. Everybody should be able to do it. And the reason why I say this is because, to me, it's the same people in control, different puppet. There you go.
Basically,
That's just to me.
yeah.
But let's get canceled. Like.
Okay, question.
What,
All right, you want to get
women
canceled?
president?
Perfect. Let's talk about this. Question for you. You were talking about healthcare, universal healthcare, and you saying that she was making a lot of big facts, big points. Do you agree? Do you believe on universal healthcare? Do you believe that every single American, if you're a U.S. citizen, you should walk into any hospital, say you need X, Y, and Z done, and be able to not have a bill when you walk out?
No, I feel like to a certain extent, you should have to pay something. Like universal healthcare is like obviously like a massive thing. At the end of the day, I don't like to derive your question into like a different example, but the thing is like you do understand how like car insurance works, how you pay a monthly premium.
Mm-hmm.
You pay a monthly because essentially that's what's going on. You're paying a monthly premium. And if somebody gets in a car accident, that's what the money goes towards, correct?
Right.
And everything else, company gets to keep. So where's like all this money coming from? I believe it's like taxes, really. I mean, a lot of people pay taxes and they don't drive. A lot of people pay taxes and they don't use the highways. A lot of people pay taxes and don't go to parks, don't go to public parks. Some people don't even like to go out. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So
No, I
where
totally understand.
is it derived from?
Okay, cool. So let me ask you this. Do you know, okay, so for example, do you know what like universal healthcare, do you know like when a government provides all these services for its citizens, you know what type of society that is called? Okay.
Nope.
Alexis, do you know what that type of society is called?
Socialist.
Yes, socialist country. Now, Eddie and Alexis, one by one, what type of country do we live in? What is it, a socialist country or what type of country is it?
We live in a capitalist country.
Okay, okay.
I was gonna say something like that. I want to add on to the capitalist, but I'm trying to think of the other one that belongs with it. But capitalist democracy, something like that.
Okay, so if you guys watch the news, you guys, the government always tells, just on the news, as always, America, democracy, best shit, invented since sliced bread, basically, right? That we're proud to be like a democracy, that anything else but a democracy is like a dictatorship and communism and like bad, horrible thing, right? Like just democracy good, anything else bad, right? That's basically the gist of fucking, politics in the thing. But
Animal Farm
I'm
reference right there.
I may be wrong because again, I haven't done in-depth research personally myself on this topic. But however, if I'm not mistaken, the United States of America is not democracy. It is a republic. If you guys look at the Constitution, it says the we the people, blah blah blah. Our founding fathers did not want a democracy. They actually talk so highly against a democracy because they did not want it. Because okay, do you guys know what a true democracy is? A true democracy is where the people have the power to pass legislature and everything. Like everything is in the power of the people. Now, Alexis, Eddie, do you guys believe that we, the people, have the true power to pass laws and everything? Eddie, you're saying no. Alexis, no.
Big cap.
Okay, cool. Who truly has the power?
Isn't it like the balance of powers?
Well,
like the three branch.
No. Like powers to pass legislature and to actually propose bills into Congress.
The congressman that we elect.
Yeah, so our representatives, right?
Yeah,
so
that's what I meant.
This is why even when we vote for a president, like for example, in 2016, when it was Trump versus Hillary, we the people elected Hillary by like 2 million votes, and Trump still won. What the fuck? Right? Because the electoral college, our representatives picked Trump over Hillary. And this is again, so that is not a democracy. That is not how a democracy works. But for some reason, every politician, especially on the conservative side, pinche huevos, we're democracy for some fucking reason, even though we're not. Why? Either again, like last time we spoke, either they're fucking idiots or they're geniuses. Which one am I going to think they are? I think they're geniuses. Why? Because a democracy sounds good. Hey, we the people. Hey, all of you guys have the power. We don't have power. You guys vote us here. You guys have the power. No, we fucking don't, because otherwise Hillary Clinton would have been the first woman president. Like that would have happened if this was a true democracy. I believe, I may be wrong. I can't remember the society or the country that did this, but the last true democracy, or a great example of a last true democracy, I think it was Greece. It was like Plato and Socrates, like that era, where all the people came to what is it, the Colosseum, or like the arena, and basically any citizen can just, hey, we're gonna have our fucking weekly meetings on Tuesday at 2 p.m. And then every single Tuesday at 2 p.m., whatever citizen was free at that time will go to the Coliseum or to the arena, and they'll be like, hey, we're trying to fucking make this happen. What do you guys think? And then whoever showed up voted on it. That's a democracy, because the people have the power, right? Now, so again, I believe they're pushing this agenda of we're a democracy. Why? Because it makes it sound good to us. Like, oh my God, yes, we have the power. We can do things. When in reality, we don't. Now, the other thing that I hear a lot in politics and this electoral, you guys are going to hear this a lot. Why? Because they say this all the time. Especially, again, I'm going to be attacking the conservative side here, because we hear predominantly on the conservative side. every conservative news station and every single conservative politician, for some reason, makes the claim that socialism is anti-American, that socialism is bad. Now, why is socialism bad, right? They say, like, they just paint the worst picture, like, hide your kids, hide your wife, they're raping everybody out here. Like that, they make it sound that bad, right? But what, but okay, so first of all, what the fuck is socialism? Socialism is basically what we said. Socialism is when the community, the people pay taxes to a government, which we are doing already. We're doing that already. And then the country, the government provides essential needs and resources back to its citizen. So we pay the country, so we pay the government. The government provides healthcare, education, transportation, etc., for its people, right? So, for example, it makes sure we got roads and buildings up to code. We got if you need
churches, parks.
yeah, it makes sure that everything is good to go. It makes sure that if you get sick or you got an accident, you go to the hospital, you're taken care of. Why? Because your taxes are already paying for that. If
Or
you want to go to you want to get college education, you want to get a degree, you want to go to med school or whatever, it's all paid for because of taxes. Now, there is countries out there where this is a thing and it works really well. The statistics shows that it works. As you guys know, Canada has free healthcare. There's a lot of countries where if you guys think, like, for example, if you guys think that America is number one in a lot of things, America is only number one in fucking person incarcerated per capita and diabetes, probably. Except no, I think Mexico became number one. US is number two now. So not so life expectancy. We're not number one. Dude, we are the most we are what 5% of the world's population, but like 80% of every prescription drug is taken in America. What the fuck? So if we're the most drugged member of society, then why the fuck are we not the healthiest? We like our level of education is abysmal. The life expectancy is horrible. So why the fuck do we say America's number one? So you guys want to know what? So you guys want to know what type of society we have? Or how the only difference between what we have as a socialist country, or like, so for example, if socialism versus what we actually have is this. Socialism, like I said, people pay taxes, give it to the government, government gives back essential needs and services. What we have is where we pay taxes, the government collects taxes, allocates a sufficient amount of resources back to those needs and services, back to college education, insurance, health insurance, roads, like all that shit. But then in between the government giving the money back to its citizens, privatized corporations.
Lobbyists.
What they do. So, for example, healthcare, since we were talking about earlier. Let's say, to make the number super simple, the government allocates $10 billion to healthcare for next year. It gives those $10 billion to private companies that are in the health insurance companies. It gives them that money. Here you go. Here's $10 billion. Now provide healthcare for our citizens. What the fuck? They already got $10 billion from the government, but then they still expect us. Oh, hey, Alexis, you want healthcare? Now you got to pay me X amount of money a month. Let's say $400 a month. And every single time you go into the hospital, you got to pay your copay, which is like $200 and something. And then then you need to meet a certain amount, otherwise we're gonna cover it. And so you first got to pay $5,000 out of your pocket, and then we'll cover the rest. And then you got like so many fucking bullshit fees on top of it. And then they're gonna deny certain things that you can't have. And they're gonna be like, oh, you want an MRI scan? Well, you first gotta do X, Y, and Z and jump over these hoops and gotta wait a fucking 6 months until you get your fucking liver checked. Right? It's bullshit. Like, they're making so much money, they're getting money directly from the government, of taxes that we are fucking paying them, and then they're charging us extra on top of it. So that's what happens. That happens with, dude, colleges, fucking scams, bro. They every single year they have been raising tuition costs exponentially. The graph of median household income versus college tuition is just bonkers. And guess what? They get subsidized by the government, And guess what? If you were to look at the pensions, and not the pensions, if you were to look at the funds that, so each school, especially like Harvard, Stanford, Brown University, Yale, they all have college funds. Like they have a hedge fund fucking account where they collect all this fucking money. They're just throwing money into it and they're investing it like in the stock market and shit. They have multi-billion-dollar funds. Like, holy shit, they're managing a shit ton of money. But for some reason, they can't give you fucking financial aid. Like, that is frustrating with me. But for some reason, they need more money. They pay their fucking teachers shit. You gotta fucking go to school and go to work to fucking pay your college education. And then on top of that, you take student loans on top of that are federally backed. And no matter, not even bankruptcy can get rid of those, which is fucking retarded in my eyes. Because, dude, if you walk in to the bank, it's wild how, to me, you can get a student loan without a plan and without nothing. Imagine trying to get a business loan and saying the exact same thing. I actually just saw a TikTok that I was like, this is retarded as fuck, because it was a high school teacher persuading that everybody must go to college and get a degree. She said, even if you don't know what you're doing, even if you don't know what you want to do in life, still go get into debt, which is retarded, absolutely absurdly retarded, in my opinion. Again, I apologize. I respect her because she's an educator. I respect her in that case, but financially, she's not making sense, unfortunately. Why? Because imagine going to the bank and saying the same thing as for business. Hey, I want to get a $100,000 business loan. Cool. What's your business? I don't know. I haven't started it. I don't even know what I want to do. Like, what the fuck? The bank is gonna tell you, get the fuck out of here. I'm not gonna give you $100,000. You don't even know what you want to do. Like, imagine doing that. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do. I don't have a business plan. I don't even have a passion. I'm still 18. I've never managed money before. But oh yeah, if I say, yeah, I want to go get I want to go to college and fuck around and I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, here's $100,000 every single year. What? That makes no sense. No sense. Again, this country is really fucked in that sense because privatized companies. Now, how does this tie back to politicians? Why are politicians so scared against socialism and trying to make you so unaware that socialism could potentially be so much better than what the fuck we have right now? Why? Because again, since last time we spoke, who is the owner of the media companies? BlackRock and Vanguard. Okay, cool. Who is the owner of every single healthcare insurance company? BlackRock and Vanguard. Who owns a majority stake in most colleges and their funds? BlackRock and Vanguard. Who owns every single sector that is in between? The federal government subsidizing needs for its citizens and then the citizens. BlackRock and Vanguard. They own pretty much everything. This is why they're telling you on social media that socialism is bad. Because if we truly had a socialism, dude, the government would just get rid of all those companies and just provide directly the funding in order to provide for you healthcare and actually be true universal healthcare. And you can go to college for free. Why? And they wouldn't be milking you dry out with so much fucking debt. And this is why, in my opinion, they're never gonna fucking like get rid of fucking student loans. They're not going to subsidize it. If you were to look at the biggest assets that the United States has, is student loan debt. That's their biggest asset that they have. If you were look at the United States books, that is the biggest asset class. That's the biggest interest driver. That's the thing that makes them the most cash flow. Why the fuck are they going to get rid of that? No fucking sense.
You know what's crazy? I was reading something that they've delayed student loans so much and people have fallen behind so much that in June, or like starting June, when that thing kicks in, where you're gonna have to start like paying off your student loans, the U.S. is like projected to make $5 billion in interest a month, $5 billion.
I bet, dude. It's lucrative. It's in the trillions and trillions of dollars. Like they're gonna be making so much money. And guess what? The United States government, if this was a business, is the most poorly ran business. Why? Because they have the power to just print more money, and they're just getting themselves into more debt, more debt, more debt. And this is why actually, right now, and one of the biggest news right now is the debt ceiling crisis because we have a debt ceiling. I don't even know, like right now, they should have probably already passed a law to raise the debt ceiling again.
They did.
They did? Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. So, yeah, of course it was going to happen because neither Republican nor Democratic representative wants a fucking a global catastrophe. Dude, if the United States can't pay back its debt, dude, it would be the worst ripple effect of fucking humankind because this is the first currency that is literally backed by everything, or like it like everyone is backed by the United States federal currency, and then that currency is backed by fucking nothing. So it's just like printing, like, oh yeah, we decided to print more money, and guess what? They're just gonna keep doing that again and again and again and again. They're just gonna
And it's
decide to keep printing more money.
It's starting to sound like Hilton points.
Right? They're just gonna get devalued more and more and more. Exactly. They're fucking like, oh, 120,000 points for one night. What the hell?
If you guys don't get that reference,
That's a good one.
That's a big gem right there.
That
That's
was a good
fucking
reference.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Dude, that should be a meme, and only the true OGs know what the hell you're talking about. The US dollar be at fucking evaluated at Hilton points now.
And also the Delta Sky pesos. Delta
Now,
Sky pesos.
we got American airline points and Bilt rewards. We got Bilt rewards that can transfer to Hyatt and American Airlines. Sheesh.
Dude, that's a good conversion right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Just had
again,
to
you
light me
guys,
up. It was getting dark.
yeah, you guys listen to what the fuck these people are telling you. Don't believe what the hell they're saying. Listen why they have ulterior motive to what they're saying. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all pro-capitalism, and they're here to make you false promises that they're never going to keep. I mean, it's consistent. Like every single president is going to tell you a bunch of shit that they're not going to actually do.
Before we end this podcast, I'd just like to say that I was just watching a YouTube video and some lady candidate was speaking. I'm not saying I'm actually watching that stuff. I'm not really going to be paying attention to it. And that's just to clear the air.
Yeah. All right. Any last points given on that topic, or did I fucking thoroughly explain it?
You explained it pretty well.
Yeah.
Good. Awesome. Sweet. So, you guys, we're finally at the end of this podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure. Again, remember, every single Thursday at 2 p.m. Pacific Central Time. Nope, Pacific Time, not Central Time. We'll be dropping every single podcast episode. And keep your guys out for the next one where we're going to be interviewing a few co-stars. So be ready for that. So, and now, signing out. Peace.
Late.
Later, guys.